Hello and welcome to HR from my shed. So today we're going to talk about difficult conversations, and especially focusing on having that difficult conversation with somebody who's working from home. So a difficult conversation is what it says on the tin, really. It's a conversation that's not always nice to have because it usually involves, doesn't it, somebody who's not reaching the standards of the company. When we have them in the workplace, they can be difficult for some people. So when you're actually trying to do them with somebody working from home, it can be even more difficult, even more so. But it still has to be addressed. And that's the important message that I'm trying to get out to you today. That just because somebody is not working in the workplace and you can't call them into a meeting room for a chat, if you have concerns about somebody's behaviour, somebody's standards, etc., you still have to address them. So how do we do it? Well, first of all, you need to have evidence and to back up what your concerns are, exactly the same as you would. So it's not hearsay, it's not tittle tattle, you've actually got a concern. And for today's purpose, I'm going to use social media, WhatsApp. So we do know that a lot more companies are using WhatsApp as a way of keeping in touch with people, and that's absolutely great, it's fantastic, it works. However, our behaviours when we're on WhatsApp can be different if we're actually talking face to face. We use WhatsApp, don't we, with family and friends. So our language of how we speak is different, a little bit more relaxed maybe. But if it's a work WhatsApp group, it's work related, it's an extension of the workplace, so we still expect the same standards if we were having a conversation in work. So let's just say that somebody has put something inappropriate, an inappropriate comment on a WhatsApp group, and you as the manager, you've been made aware of it or you've actually seen it yourself. So therefore you need to address it. So you would contact that person involved to arrange a conversation with them. And personally, I would go more for a video call than a telephone call. Video calling, you can see each other, we can engage with people. We know that they are actually taking note of what we are saying, and vice versa. They know that you're actually concentrating on what's being said as well. So that's my first bit of advice, is to arrange a video call at a certain time. Then you put the allegation, the concern to that person, and you ask them if they're aware of it. Because, you know, sometimes people are not aware of their behaviour. They're not aware that it's unacceptable. They may say, it's only banter. Well, one person's banter can be another person's bullying. But it's up to you to draw the line and to make it quite clear what is acceptable, what talk, what language is acceptable in that WhatsApp group. You also then need to make sure that that person is okay. Are they being influenced? Is it out of character? And when I say are they being influenced, when we work from home, we might have the radio in the background, we might have the TV on in the background. So we might be hearing the news more. And let's be honest, the news is quite depressing, isn't it, at the moment? So if I'm hearing that newsreel all the time about restrictions, what I can't do rather than what I can do, if I'm hearing that all the time, it can have a negative impact on my own behaviour. And that could have happened. So it's making sure, and then it's giving them advice on how we can manage that behaviour. Once we have discussed what's wrong, what's acceptable, how are we going to change it, we can then decide how we move on. So how we move on could be, depends on the severity of what's happened. It could be that we need to go further down disciplinary, and you can do that with people working from home. Or it could be that we do a letter of concern, just underlying what our concerns are. How are we going to move on? Or it could just be that, hey, we leave it there for now. But the important message is that you have to do something about it. If you don't, if you ignore it, if you ignore the behaviour, you condone it. And then what will happen is it'll become culture. Other people will start maybe copying the same behaviour. It will also mean that when you come back into the workplace, that language might carry back into the workplace and you'll have a bigger problem. So don't bury your head, have a difficult conversation, but do it the right way. So that's it from HR from my shed. As always, if you have any topic that you'd like me to cover, let me know. But please carry on keeping safe and keep sharing. And I'll see you again from HR from my shed. Bye.